What is up, everyone, and welcome back to Across the Board, sponsored by MoneyBall Metrics. I'm your host, AlphaDog Bets, here with my guy, JD, staying positive as always. From Line Movers. JD, how are you today, bro?
Doing great. Man, there is my brain is so overwhelmed.
Yeah.
I have tennis, there's so much tennis going on right now, and I have so much money out there on the board. But then there's breaking news, I swear,
Everywhere.
just
Everywhere.
back to back. I can't even process everything. So anyway, yes, it's gonna be a good show. It's gonna be a fun show. But yeah, um,
What's up, Joe?
what's going on?
Casper, what? Why? I don't. So, you guys know I don't give out tennis bets. I only tail JD, but Casper, what the fuck? Why can't I give out tennis bets, bro? No, Joseph. Unfortunately, Malik Beasley will not be joining the chat today, but I'm sure he's watching somewhere if you catch that reference. JD, there's a reason 100 people are in here about 5 seconds after the show started. Because today's sports world is fucking nuts. It's absolutely crazy. If you guys have been on any kind of social media today, you know exactly what I am talking about. NBA free agency kicked off like a bang last night. Players signing left and right between 7 and 9 o'clock Eastern last night, right after the free agency window opened. We were getting story after story after story. And then we wake up today, JD. Then we wake up today and we have a million breaking news stories across multiple sports. Before we go into that, which we are going to spend a good portion of the beginning of the show talking about all the different sports stories that are happening, we're going to do what we always do on the show. We have to go through our normal recap. So let me pull up here. We have our Monday recap. I will start, JD. I hit my free play. Was a good win there. Lost a little bit yesterday. Went 2-3. The Yankees loss really killed me for the day, but not a bad loss. Not a great day to lose, but we've been winning, so we'll take the one unit loss essentially. We move on to today, looking to get back on the winning side. How did you do yesterday, JD?
Yesterday, as far as tennis, I was definitely down, but I think I already mentioned that on the show yesterday, and then last night I just had that one play I did not like last night's card. Had the over in the Pirates Cardinals game, 7 runs after 5 innings, and then nothing. So that was a fun one to start the week with.
You gotta love that. You gotta love when you get all the runs early in the game, and then both teams turn off and let the game just end. So that's always frustrating there. But big news today, JD. Big news. Happy birthday, Bruce. Happy birthday. We appreciate tuning in. We've seen you a lot over the last week. We appreciate you spending a lot of your early afternoons with us. We genuinely appreciate that. J-Bo, I see you cranking a bunch of games. We'll get to all the games you would like us to cover. I don't know what this means. I'm hoping, JD, thing. You know. That's a good thing. We like good things. We like good things. And J-Bo is also wishing Bruce a very happy birthday. JD, we have a lot of games to go over today, but before we do, there's breaking news everywhere. And we're going to start talking about it. And guys, we're going to get sidetracked about 9,000 times today. Both of us apologize. There's tennis going on. There's NBA free agency going on. There's NFL news breaking. And I think it's a good time to start with the NBA free agency and a new player that's been added to the NBA free agency list. Damian Lillard was just released by the Milwaukee Bucks. Very interesting situation. They're stretching the duration of his contract out for 5 years. That means for the next 5 years, the Milwaukee Bucks will be carrying a dead cap hit of over $22 million. That means they're essentially paying someone $22 million on the cap to not be there over the next 5 years. It's an interesting strategy they went with. JD, what are your thoughts? We're seeing Giannis Antetokounmpo posting memes right now. He seems very unhappy with what the Bucks have done. The Bucks have also added probably the biggest center free agent in the market this morning. They got Miles Turner, which was a huge signing for them, which was shocking to kind of the NBA world. What are your thoughts about everything the Bucks are doing right now?
Yeah, from everything I'm seeing, it looks like Giannis is not a happy guy currently.
Yeah, it does not appear to be. Especially
with them letting Dame go like that. He is not happy there. But as far as with the other moves they're making, I mean, as far as Giannis, we were kind of wondering if actually he was going to stay, you know, and actually with the moves they have going on now, it definitely looks like that actually he will be. Yeah, it's the whole Dame thing. Part of me, it kind of made sense at first, but then when I found out about just actually how much they're going to be paying and like as far as
Yeah, the dead cap.
then to me it didn't make sense.
Yeah.
So I'm really not sure what to think there.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you have anything there?
Yeah, I have a lot. I have to say, because it doesn't really make a lot of sense for the Bucks to stretch it out over 5 years. I mean, why not just eat the cost over 2 to 3 years and not, put yourself in that kind of cap stranglehold for the next 5 years? Also, who do the Bucks really have right now? They have Miles Turner. They have Giannis. Who do they really have? So this is not they have Kuzma. It's not a championship team. They're not going anywhere. And now they really can't make a ton of moves because the dead cap on the salaries. We all know right now the story of the NBA. It's the CBA. It's the reason the Celtics had to blow up their all-star championship team. They had to get rid of Porzingis. They had to get rid of Holiday because the new structure of the NBA salary cap makes it very difficult to navigate around free agency. Now, the Bucks are going to cripple themselves with $23 million on the cap for the next 5 years. The team doesn't really have an identity. The team really, do you think they're a top 6 team in the East? Like, not even top 4. Do you think they're a top 6 team in the East right now? Because I don't.
No.
So, if you're Giannis, do you want to stay there for the next 5 years and cap hell? You really can't make any additions, or do you want to get traded to another team? So, for me, I think this is big. I know the Bucks are trying to do everything they can to kind of keep Giannis happy, to keep Giannis in Milwaukee. However, why would he want to stay right now? Why wouldn't he want to go to a winner? He's given that city everything. Every other star essentially leaves right now in the current state of the NBA. So why would he stay? So for me, the Bucks, they're trying to appease Dame. They got Miles Turner, but it's not enough. It's just that they just can't do enough to build a winning team right now in Milwaukee.
Well, and if they were trying to really keep him happy, as far as the Dame news, wouldn't they have told him first? Because it really looks like he literally just found out with actually like the rest of us. And
or is he playing, the good guy friend to Dame? Because very realistically, he may have known this, and he may just be saying that to save face with Dame. Because let's be honest, Dame's not going to come back the same guy for at least a year, probably 2. Yeah. And at that point, how old is he now? 34, 35? He's going to be significantly older with the way his game has been the last couple years. I just don't see the Milwaukee Bucks being able to build anything right now. I understand why they got rid of Dame, but you crippled yourself on the cap. You really can't make a lot of moves. And if I'm Giannis, like I said, I'd want to leave. Like, there's no doubt about it. I'd want to leave. There was already rumblings of him wanting to leave. Why would he stay now? His best friend on the team, one of the guys he loved was Brook Lopez. I know they replaced him with Miles Turner, but he liked Brook Lopez. That was his guy. So, I mean, Brook Lopez is now gone as well. I believe he went to the Clippers, so he's off the market. Yeah. And who can they really add? So, for me, interesting day from the Bucks. Don't really love what they've done. There's been some other big stories coming out of the sports world today. One that I find very interesting as a Giants fan is that Darren Waller has unretired. It's been traded to the Miami Dolphins. He's made more rap songs in the last 5 years than he's had touchdown catches. What do you think about Waller going to the Fins? They've signed him to a 1-year deal worth $5 million.
Yeah, this may be the craziest one. Like, I mean, as far as one like you just really didn't see coming.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought he was done. Then all of a sudden gets traded to the Dolphins. The Dolphins, to me, have been making just kind of like weird and bad moves.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes sense. From actually that point of view. I mean, like, what did the Giants get anything?
They got a 6th-round pick, but they also had to give up a 7th in the deal. So it was a late-round pick swap.
So, yeah.
Not much.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. As far as the Giants, I mean, like, that's obviously not going to hurt them.
He was retired. Right. I'll take the 6th-round pick, but.
Yeah. The Dolphins, like I said, the Dolphins to me are making a lot of questionable moves.
Yeah. And we also just had another NBA trade come in, actually. And this is going to involve the Denver Nuggets, who've been wheeling and dealing over the last 24 hours. The Sacramento Kings are trading Jonas Valanciunas. He will be the backup center to the Denver Nuggets for Dario Saric. So it does look like we have just found out who the backup of Jokic is going to be this season. So yet again, the Nuggets have just traded for Jonas Valanciunas. That happened about 5 minutes ago from Shom. So tons of news is going to keep coming out while we're on this show today. I don't think anything is really going to stop throughout the day. We've had news coming all day. The Knicks had a nice signing today for all my Knicks viewers out there. The Knicks signed Gershon Yabusele, Yabba Dabba Doo. If you watch the show throughout the NBA season, I jokingly would say future Nick Yabusele, and the Knicks just made it happen. The Knicks also are signing Jordan Clarkson to the vet minimum. He scored 16 points per game last season off the bench for Utah. The Knicks needed bench scoring, JD. I like what they did today. I like getting Yabusele. He's a strong. He's not a big. He's like 6'9", 6'10". He's not tall, but he's physical. He could shoot the three, and he's good down low. So I like what the Knicks added to the bench unit today. What do you think about what the Knicks have done?
Yeah, man, there's very good, and definitely credit to you because you said that so many times.
To be fair, I was joking about it, so I mean I can claim it now, but I was kind of joking about it.
I was about to say, but hey, you didn't just say it once; it was multiple times.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, go ahead and take credit there.
I'll take it. So I like what the Knicks are doing. Any other major stories today before we dive into the MLB slate, JD? We're about at 12:15 now. We've done a little about 15 minutes of breaking news, and I do think we're going to get more breaking news while we're on this show today. J-Bo has a plethora of games he wants us to cover today. Footy messaged me about 72 times since last night about how he wants us to talk about the Pirates for about 3 hours today because what the Pirates are doing right now is unfucking believable. They just outscored the Mets over a 3-game series and gave the Mets the worst series score loss in franchise history. They beat the Mets a total of 30-4 cumulatively over those 3 games. You know, we're thinking maybe it'll slow down when they go and take on the Cardinals. You know what I mean? New series, maybe they won't look as good. They won 7-0 yesterday. JD, what's up with this Pirates team? All year we've talked about how dog shit their offense have been. All year we talked about how they're not a great baseball team. But right now, they look like the 1927 Yankees with Babe Ruth out there. What do you think about the Pirates right now?
Yeah, man. As far as the bats go, the bats are just hot. I've been trying to play on the Pirates bats in like some way for the past few games now. So last night, like I said, kind of screwed me. I just should have took them, just like played them. But I thought that Heaney was going to give up some runs, and I believe he had a no-hitter through like 5. So that made it.
Yeah.
So
and let me also add, JD, Footy is such an asshole. He went into one of our chats last night in all caps, Pirates no-hitter alert, Pirates no-hitter alert in the 4th inning. And what happened in the 5th inning? Fucking Footy. Jinxed his own team.
But yeah, this is definitely a team, like we say all the time whenever a team's running hot. And like I said, unless a one specific game is, there's something else going on. That's just a team that you want to ride.
Yeah. So. Yeah. All right, JD. Well, I think we've gotten to most of the major stories. My phone just vibrated, so let's see if that's anything. No, it's the Yankees lineup, which will be good when we go over the game in a minute. But you ready to dive into today's slate, brother?
Let's go for it.
I have a feeling this isn't the end of the breaking news everywhere graphic on the screen. I have a feeling by the time we get off the air today, that'll be back on there for something for us to talk about. So let's move on to the MLB. First game we're going to be breaking down today is going to be the New York Yankees taking on the Toronto Blue Jays. This is the 3:07 early game today, the only afternoon action we have. Pitching for the Yankees is JD's guy, one of his favorite pitchers in baseball, Max Fried. Max Fried is 10-2 on the year with a 1.92 ERA and a 0.94 whip. On the other side, for the Blue Jays, we have the gas man, Kevin Gausman, who's 6-6 on the year with a 4.21 ERA. JD, I got to tweet out that we're covering this game. So while I do that, what do you got?
Yeah, this one's kind of interesting to look at because you have the Yankees, and the Yankees on the road versus a right-hander. They're like number one in about everything. Yep. And then you have the Blue Jays. They're at home versus a left-hander, and like they're in the top 1 or either 2 in basically everything. Yep. So as far as the lineups, both of them profile very well here. As far as Max Fried, I just don't. It's just hard for me to bet against him. The over here, it has dropped down now. You can actually get it under 8. Everything here to me says to bet the over. Just with Fried on the mound, I just can't do it. I just don't trust these actual Jays bats in actually that sort of way.
I mean, the Jays have really struggled against him, JD. You take a look at their career numbers. Ernie Clement, who's been an absolute dog, by the way, this year, batting in the leadoff spot. He's one of the only guys who's done well in limited sample size. He's faced him 6 times, has 2 hits, so that's 333. And then outside of him, Vladito is 2 for 11, batting 182. He's the only one with an RBI off him in his career. No one else has a homer or an RBI. Jimenez 0 for 2, Heineman 0 for 3. Luke's 1 for 2, Straw 1 for 2, Schneider 0 for 3. Springer 2 for 7. So no one's really had a lot of success. They haven't seen him a ton, but they have 0 homers and 2 RBIs as an entire lineup against him today. Do you take that into effect when looking at this?
I mean, yeah. I mean, as far as from the side here, I mean, it would be some type of Yankees play or either pass. What I'm doing here though, as far as Kevin Gossman goes, we've been talking about him. He has not been pitching well. His last start, he did pitch well.
Yep.
He went, I believe he went 8 innings, gave up 2 hits, 0 earned runs. That was against that Guardians team. We've also talked about how the Guardians at actually home, they're just not hitting the ball well. So it was a bounce back start for him. But man, if you want to talk about a lineup versus somebody, the Yankees versus Gossman, there's some guys in here who have hit him very well.
Oh, yeah.
There's this guy named who's this Aaron Judge.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, he has faced him 41 times. It's batting .341 with 6 home runs.
You know what's funny, JD? That is under Judge's season average. So he's actually hitting worse against Gossman, batting .340 than he is on the year against everyone else combined.
That's so crazy.
Crazy.
I mean, as far as actually Goldschmidt here, he's actually facing 13 times. He's batting .538. And then I mean, there's a few other guys here who have definitely hit him well. What I'm going to go with here is for the Yankees to get off to a good start, and I'm going to go with the Yankees' first 5 team total over 2.5 runs.
I like that. Let's see the Yankees get some runs here. Let's see them get some runs on the board. This is a parlay spot for me, guys. I see Joe's comment here. Let me pull it up here. Max Fried over 4.5 Ks at -130. Is that a trap? I actually don't mind that. If you can get it -130, I really like it. FanDuel has it up above a -150, but that might just be for me. There's been a lot of news that has come out over the last couple days that the tax rate in New Jersey for sports gambling has gone up substantially. So we might have different lines we're looking at no matter where we are across the country. That's just the reality right now of legal sports betting. States have different pricing for the same bet no matter where you are. It's all contingent on what the tax rates are right now. So I have it as a little over -150. I'm in the New York area, so that may play into that. But if you can get that at a -130, I really like it. I don't like it as much over -150. I just don't believe in taking player props at that high of a juice. But at -130, I really do like it. Back to my play on this game, guys. I am going to be parlaying the Yankees with the Dodgers. You can currently get that parlay at a +110 odd. I'm not going to take up too much time. You guys can see what's going on in the Dodgers game today. I'll quickly speak about it because I don't think we're covering that one as of now. We have Yoshinobu Yamamoto on the bump for the Dodgers. They're at home going up against a White Sox team where Smith is coming into this game off one of his worst starts of the year. I do anticipate the Dodgers to get out early and often on the White Sox. And yet again, I do think the Yankees will start us off with a dub as well. So the parlay is the Yanks on the money line, the Dodgers on the money line. You can get that at a +110 odds. JD, thoughts on the parlay?
Yeah, I definitely like that. I myself have the Dodgers as a parlay piece. Joe, you're talking about the Gossman. His actual 2 earned runs is -120. I like personally went the first 5 route because you can get that at a plus number. Let me see if it still is. Yeah, you can actually get that at +124. So I understand that, like he could go past 5 and then give it up then. But if he's going to give that out, it's more likely that he's going to do that in the first 5.
I would agree.
So being able to get over 2.5 at +124, the value to actually me there is definitely there. So
I like it, and Joe likes it as well. All right, JD, let's keep it moving because that was only the first game we're breaking down today, and it's ready after 12:20, so we have to get it moving because J-Bo has some games he wants us to go over, and J-Bo, we're going to cover the games you want us to cover. Moving on, second game we're breaking down today is going to be the Twins taking on the Marlins. This is a 6:40 Eastern first pitch. Pitching for the Twins is Joe Ryan. He's 8-3 on the year with a 2.86 ERA. It is Joe Ryan Day, and Joe Ryan has lived up to the Joe Ryan Day expectations this season so far. He does have a 0.89 whip, which is fantastic. On the other side for the Marlins, Edward Cabrera. Cabrera is 2-2 with a 3.78 ERA and a 1.37 whip. All that being said, JD, I think you have something in this game. I'm going to be quick here and tell you I don't. But what do you got?
As far as the Marlins, man, they are hot. I believe they've won seven actually straight games now. Um, the problem here to like day is for them is they had the day off and actually like now coming home.
Yep.
And whenever a team that actually first game back off that long actually road trip, there's normally an actual good fade spot.
Yeah.
But it's even better here because whenever you're on an actual win streak like that, you do not want a day off.
Yep.
So them having that day off, I think is going to hurt them here. And today they are just the value on them is not there because the Twins haven't been playing that like great, but their bats have like still been playing well. As far as the pitching goes, it's not been good. Well, today they have Joe Ryan on the mound. Joe Ryan has been pitching well.
Very well.
He started 15 games and still has a WHIP under a 0.9.
Yep.
I mean, that's just great. So I definitely like him here. And on the other side, we have Edward and Cabrera. I mean, he's been pretty average. I think his like numbers are actually going to go up though. He's not. I just really don't think he's quite as good like as he has been.
Yeah, I agree.
Like the Twins bats, like I've still been going well, so I still think that the Twins can put up runs here. Twins bullpen though, Twins bullpen has been really bad. I'm just simply not. I am not going to trust their actual bullpen here. So give me the Twins in the first 5 minus a half run.
I like it. Let's them get up to the lead early and get a big winner for us there. All right, JD, you ready to move on to the last pre-selected game that we're going through? But we have a couple more from our guy, Jabo. Anyone in the viewers, any games you want us to go over, anything you want us to talk about today, drop it in the comments. As always, we're here for you to give you guys the best show that you guys want to watch. All right, JD, last game we're breaking down today is two teams I really hate fucking betting this year. Two teams that no matter what way I bet them, they fuck me. We have the San Francisco Giants. They're coming into the year 45-20. Pitching for them is Hayden Birdsong, who's actually been a guy I like to back this year, one of the few on this Giants team. The Bird Dog is 3-2 on the year with a 4.13 ERA and a 1.38 WHIP. On the other side, we got Zach Gallen. Gallen's 5-9 on the year with a 5.75 ERA, and man, has he been dog shit. No other way to put it. It's not like Gallen's had a couple bad starts that have inflated his numbers. He has been dog shit this season. Best way to look at how bad Gallen has been. He's only pitched in 97 innings. In those 97 innings, he has allowed 95 hits. So right there, he's at a 1.0 basically whip. He's allowed 42 walks, guys, in 97 innings. That's about a walk every other inning. That's bad. And his homer rate is really bad. He's allowed 19 dingers on the year. Compare that to Birdsong, who has only allowed 8. JD, all that being said, we got the Giants. We got the D-bags. What do you got?
Yeah, man, you just broke down actually like a good portion of that there with actually Zach Gallen, man. He's just not been good. He has just not been the Zach that actually we have known from actually years past.
It's closer to Zach Galifianakis than Zach Gallen this year, bro.
Right. I mean, look, his last start was versus the White Sox, man, and you're going to give up eight hits and 5 earned to the White Sox. Before that, to the Rockies in 5 innings, you give up 10 hits and 7 earned.
Jabo said it best. Jabo said it best right there on the screen. That's what
shit. Yes, he has been dog shit. But then on the other side, we have Hayden Birdsong, and when he first came out of the pen, he like really didn't look bad.
No,
we were like, okay, like this could work. Because like usually when somebody starts in the pen and then actually moves to this role, it normally doesn't work out well.
Yep.
But actually, like this was one of the guys we were like, okay, this like could work here.
Yep.
Well, his past few starts, man, like yes, his like numbers show he hasn't pitched well, but if you've watched him pitch, which I have some, his stuff is just not there. Like,
I agree.
As far as it's just not there. So I'm just not thinking tonight. I'm not assuming that he's just gonna have it back.
Get it back. No, the Monstars haven't taken his talents and given it back. That just hasn't what happened to him this year. He's just been bad.
So for me here, getting this total at a flat 9, I think is too low. This is one of those just how we used to talk about it last season, man. I actually have this at 10. So I'm a full run off here, and
I
I am
like
not
that.
off a and I am not usually off a full run much. Like,
Yep.
so whenever that is a no, there's just an automatic click. And for me, the numbers say it. Everything on the surface says this. Everything actually, like advanced stats, says it. So I think that both teams are going to be able to actually put up runs here. So give me that over 9.
Let's see runs here, JD. I'll be telling you, no official action from me. As I said in the intro to this game, these are two teams that have screwed me all year long. This is not a game I'm interested in betting, but I will back what you're doing, and I'm with you. So let's cash that play.
Sure.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for our pre-selected games. We got a couple from J-Bo. We're going to go over footy. Are you still here? Put in the comments if you're still here. If you are still here, we will cover the fucking Pirates. If you're not still here, we're not covering the fucking Pirates. All right. JD, next game we're going to cover is for our guy J-Bo. We're going to the Baltimore Orioles game taking on the Texas Rangers. What a game last night. Adolis Garcia apparently thought he won the World Series, the World Baseball Classic, the Olympics, and any possible sporting event you can be in with his game-tying home run in the bottom of the 10th. I don't know if you saw his celebration, JD. This dude jumped on the plate when hitting a game-tying home run in the bottom of the 10th. Granted, they were down 3 runs. He hit a nuke. It was a piss missile way over the fence. He started jumping on the plate, going nuts like he won the game. Well, they extended the game. They did not win the game. And then in the next inning, the Orioles dropped a 4-burger on their domes and ended up winning the game 10-6. So it was an exciting game. I will say I did enjoy watching the end of that one. Let's go into the pitching matchup. Pitching for the Orioles is Brandon Young. Boy, does he suck. Brandon Young is 0-2 on the year with a 7.1 ERA, a 2.0 whip. He's been in a very short sample size. Let me be fair. He's only pitched 12 innings this year. But in those 12 innings, he's allowed 2 homers, 9 walks, and 16 hits. Pretty bad stuff. On the other side, Jacob deGrom turning back the clock, looking like the star he's always been. 8-2 on the year with a 2.08 ERA and a 0.88 whip. JD, Rangers are coming in as a pretty substantial favorite here. Minus 185 is the current line. It opened at a minus 180, so they're steaming a bit. What do you like in this game? And Mac, I do see your post about the A's Rays. We will cover that as well.
You know what? I didn't dive deep into this game because I thought I was going to be priced out.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm seeing at BetMGM, you can get a Rangers first 5 minus a half at minus 125. Now that does seem to be a off market price. It seems like most books are around the minus 145 area. But if you can get it less than that, if you can get that actually minus 125, that is a play. Brandon Young, his last start just saw this Rangers team. He pitched 4 innings, got 5 hits and 4 earned runs. So him having to come out here his next start and facing them one more time, I don't like it.
Not good.
As actually far as deGrom, he also faced the Orioles his last time out, but he went 7 innings and only gave up 1 hit.
Yeah.
And he's one of those pitchers that I don't mind that he's seen the same team back to back here. I would stick to the first 5 if I was going to play it here. J-Bo, if you can get it under that like minus 145 price, I think there's value. I'm actually going to check on a few of my books here. And if I can get that, I am definitely going to play that.
I like that. I have an official play in this game as well, JD. I'm going to be taking the Baltimore Orioles team total under 3.5. I think deGrom's going to have a big performance here. I'm not big into the Orioles bats. They had a big game last night. They dropped 10 runs. I don't anticipate that happening yet again for them here today. I do anticipate a much better performance by the Rangers on the pitching side. They have deGrom out there. What do I expect out of deGrom? 6 to 7 innings of 1-run baseball, maybe 2. And then I do see the Rangers being able to close this game out late. So that's the way I'm playing the Rangers side here. I do think they're definitely going to win the game. And I think the best way you can go about it is taking the Baltimore Orioles team total under 3.5. So that's my official play on that game. All right, JD. Our guy Matt Creek is asking us to break down the A's and the Rays. So give me 1 second. Let me pull up that game here. Boy, I'm going to surprise everyone with my best bet today, JD. You don't know what it is. And man, is this going to be a fun one. People are going to call me a lot of bad names. People are going to say a lot of not nice things about me. We haven't covered the game, but I'm dreading a little bit giving out my best bet today. All right. Back over to this game. We got the Athletics. We got the Rays. Game is in Tampa. Hey, we got two teams that play in minor league ballparks playing each other today. That's pretty cool. Both teams play in literal children's fields. Pitching for the Athletics is Jeffrey Springs, 6-6 with a 4.3 ERA. On the other side, we got the guy whose dad is the most jacked dad in baseball, Shane Baz. Shane Baz, 8-3 on the year with a 4.37 ERA. JD, what do you like in this spot?
In this one, I really don't like anything. If I had to play anything,
what an intro, by the way, to the game. Hey, JD, what do you like about it? Fucking nothing.
Nothing.
Love it. Love the honesty out of you.
Yeah. It would have to be the full game over.
Me too. See the way I would look at it.
Yeah, because both these pitchers I don't trust, but then again, they can also come out and have a good start. So it's one of those spots where I just there's a bunch of games to like day. So this is one where I would just have to pass on.
I agree. One interesting stat I see here: Shane Baz at home is 5-2. He's won a lot of games. He has a near 6 ERA at home, so that backs up the over here. What that means is when he's on the mound, he gives up runs, they score runs. That's how the games have gone this year for him. Jeffrey Springs is 6-6 with a 4.3 ERA. So what does that tell you? He's giving up about 4.5 runs per game per 9, and he's about a 500 pitcher. What does that mean? His team is scoring about the same. So they're scoring for him, and he's giving up runs. It's a recipe for two guys to give up some runs here. Just not a game I like, to be honest with you. Neither team are – the Rays have done well for me this year, but just not a game I really like taking anything in this spot. So no official play for me, but if I were to take something, I definitely would take the over here, but just not going to be doing that. All right, guys. Any other games you guys want us to go over in the chat? Put it in there. It's footy here. We said we'd do the Pirates if you're here, but if you're not, nobody gives a shit about the Pirates but you, so we're not doing that. Unless you want to, JD. Do you have any action in that Pirates game?
I do not. It would actually be like
it's Paul Skeens Day.
It's Paul Skeens. It would just be the Pirates in like some way, though.
Yeah, I would kind of lean to the under here because I do think that their bats have to cool off. But at the same time, how can you fade the Pirates right now? How can you not just – I'm going to watch and see what the Pirates keep doing. I'm not going to have any action probably on their next couple games. I want to see if they can continue this hot streak. If they can, they're worth betting on not Paul Skeens days. But they never really have value on Paul Skeens Day because they're always a big favorite. So I do like, taking them when there's some other guys on the bump right now because they're hot, but I have to see them continue this hot run. I have to see them continue to score games like they did yesterday. So I'm going to enjoy this one. Joe, I agree with you. They haven't hit for Paul Skeens all year, so let's see if they do tonight. But for me, it's going to be a no play from me. All right, JD, I don't see that we have anybody else in the chat requesting any other games, so we're actually not going to break down my best bet of the day, which is good because I just want to give that out when we go over best bets and see people's reactions from there. JD, on this show, we do a couple things at the end of the show. We have to do our sponsored best bets to start, and our best bets are proudly sponsored by Player Profit. Guys, you see us talking about Player Profit every single day. You can take one of their challenges. If you pass their challenges, you're able to get funded and bet with their money and keep a portion of the returns. Guys, there's nothing better than betting with someone else's money and getting a portion of the profit that you do make. JD, I think it's time we go over our best bets for today.
All right, man. Do you want me to go first? Or
I do. We'll leave mine for the...
do you want me to go first?
I do. Because I'm scared about mine.
I'm going to go to this Giants and the Diamondbacks game. I really like the over here, guys. And look, glad I saw that. Let's not. Let's actually click on the right game here. The Giants and the Diamondbacks over. And we're going to play to win 100 here today. So now I am very excited to hear what your best bet is because I have no idea.
All right. Well, JD, I wish we had cooler music in here. Like I was gonna do like a little build-up thing, like one of these, but like it's not really doing it for me. Well, this one and all the other ones are too slow, so I'll let this play for a second.
I totally didn't even have the screen up. Sorry.
I know you didn't, and I saw on the bottom, but I'm not gonna press you. But all right, JD. I need you to scroll up. Stop. screen, JD. We're taking the New York Mets on the money line at a -123 against the Milwaukee Brewers. They have seen Peralta so many times over the last couple of years. This team is going to get back on track, and they are back at home. If they were doing better than what they've been doing as of late, I do anticipate this line would be completely different. But we're getting them at a -123 today. And I do think the Mets will have a much bigger performance than we've seen out of them over the last couple weeks. They've been the worst team in baseball over the last month. We all know that. But this team is going to turn it around. I do think the Mets will have a big performance today. So give me the Mets as my best bet for today. JD,
All right.
Thoughts? You didn't sound pumped. You didn't sound enthused.
That's a game that I am not on.
You're not taking the Clay dog?
That's just no. I just need to see it. I just need the Mets to start to win some games.
I like it. Birthday parlay, anyone? Ooh. Yankees, Dodgers. That's my parlay of the day, +110. Bruce, that's my client. I do one parlay a day for the clients, minimum one, sometimes two. Today we have one. Dodgers, Yanks.
Mine is the Dodgers and Cubs.
So. Is it? I like the Cubs as well. They got the boy Boyd on the bump tonight. I think he's gonna have a big performance.
They sure do.
JD, we have a little breaking news in the NBA. Holy shit. Big trade. The Lakers are trading LeBron James to the New York Knicks for 7 second-round picks. And that's how we're going to close the show today. JD, any final words for the people before we get the fuck out of here today?
Not much today, guys. There's a lot going on. I'm sure we're going to still hear about a bunch more trades. So definitely excited to hear those. I hope everybody has a great day, and let's fucking win.
JD, let's fucking win. It'll be a great day if we just fucking win. We'll see everyone tomorrow. Bruce, my guy, happy birthday. Hope you have the best birthday possible. Hope you win as much money as humanly possible today. To everyone out in the comments, thank you for making the show as fun as it is. We have just under 1,500 people when we're signing off today. We appreciate every single one of you. JD, get me the fuck out of here. I'm hungry.
Later, guys.
Peace.